Rocky Resort, major sponsors tonight of the Formula 500 Round 1 Series. So great thank you to Rocky Resort for their sponsorship of the Rockhampton Saloon Car Club.
Young fella who's just moved here on the inside of the second row, Brady Roberts. The lady racer Jessica Raymond on the outside of him. Another ex-local, Joel Thomas, on the inside of the third row. Outside him, Tony Gaunt and Chris Pendry in 28 round out the field. Now, if I've got myself together, I'll go out for a drive in the second round of heats. We'll just see what happens there. Righty, our green light's on and we're away. Chris Worry straight out the gate round the outside in the EF Falcon. Worry and Raymond. And Brady Roberts there in third. Joel Thomas high and dry on the outside. Thomas and Horn side by side. Thomas will move up. He'll move up into fourth position. Very choppy out of turn two. Gaunt all the way to the back of the field to wrestle with Pendry. Cross the line again, it's Chris Worry from Gladstone in car 40. Jessica Raymond in 29 and Joel Thomas in 4. Thomas down the inside of the lady racer. Oh, and they come together. Still going on at the back of the field as well with Pendry and Brady Roberts. Tony Gaunt and TJ Horn in that little pack of 4 cars. It's a Falcon whitewash at the back of the field. A couple of BAs and some EF Falcons all at the rear of the field. Back at the front, another one in the books now, Chris Worry in 40. But keep an eye on Joel Thomas in number 4, the J&M Racecraft Commodore. Flying the flag for the Holdens there at the moment, and he's got an eye on the second place. Well, he has a mistake out of turn 4 up into the fence. Raymond now down the inside. Oh, and Thomas again, door handle to door handle into turn 1. Thomas and Raymond turning it on out of turn 2 down the shootaway. But it's all Worry doing it nicely out in front of the bottom side of the track. Joel Thomas still there in car 4. Jessica Raymond, Chris Pendry, Tony Gaunt, TJ Horn. And back to Brady Roberts at the rear of the field. White flag out now, one more to travel for the Super Streets. Of course, Queensland title coming our way next year, April 1 and 2 for this class. And let's hope to God we get more than 8 cars. The less said about that, the better. All right, out of turn 4 now for the final time in this heat race. Chris Worry will get the job done in 40. Joel Thomas there for second, Jessica Raymond. Wow, Worry turning it on. Speaking of which, how many Worries are in the bar? You're kidding me. I'm going to go how many Worries are in the bar and you're just going to sit there. Brady, you're letting me down. Chris Worry destroying the field in the opening round of heats for Super Streets. Tony Gaunt with a flat left front tyre. Mate, you smashed them. They were nowhere near you.
Yeah, we're hanging on for grim death, don't worry about that. But yeah, the gear stick fell out at the start.
Mate, that was a great run. The racetrack is tricky. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a bit tricky, very rough. No, it's good fun though.
Right, mate, good luck with the rest of it. If you didn't hear that, folks, the gear shift.
Have a start this time. As they hit the line, Jessica Raymond, she just bounced out of the block. She takes over the race lead. Then we go back there with Tony Gaunt in third spot. Chris Pendry, he's got the foot to the metal. He's up there third on the racetrack. Brady Roberts, I feel, up there in the back to fifth spot on the racetrack. Then we go back there with Chris Warren, PJ Horn. But up front we go the lady from Karoi. She knows how only one way to go, that's hard and fast. She's in the race lead from Pendry. Chris Pendry, that is, in second spot. Then we go back there with Jolie Thomas. Also our local boy in the third car, three car there of Tony Gauntlet's happening up front. Pendry inside, Raymond on the outside. That's how they go through 1 and 2. Side by side down past the grandstand race fans. This is racing at its best. Chris Pendry takes over the race lead. Jessica Raymond, she's going to come back shortly and have another crack at him. She's there in second spot from Jolie Thomas. Then we go back there with Tony Gaunt. Also, it is the Brady Roberts car back there, second or third to last. Also there with, race fans, Chris Warrior there. But Chris Pendry, the race leader. 1 lap to go to the race leader of Pendry. Jessica Raymond second on the racetrack. Then it's back there with Jolie Thomas also. Rocky number 3. Tony Gaunt. The checkered flag goes to 28 of Chris Pendry. Put your hands together for a great drive. Pendry takes the win. Jessica Raymond second across the line. Then we go back to the fourth car, also from Sunshine Coast. From that, used to be from Rocky, Jolie Thomas. Tony Gaunt, Rocky 3, fourth car across the line. But what a drive from those two front cars of Pendry and also Jessica Raymond. Hemming it out side by side for a couple of laps. We'll start this time. Thomas, Tony Gaunt off the front row. Chris Pendry's back there along with PJ Horn. That's how they hit the first turn. Jolie Thomas in the race lead. And it's back there with Tony Gaunt. They bunch up going through 3 and 4. Chris Pendry's there. Brady Roberts takes a look at the fence, but as they sort themselves out, there's Jolie Thomas in the race lead from the 3 car of Tony Gaunt. Then we go back with Chris Pendry, Chris Warry, Jessica Raymond's right on his back bumper. Then we got PJ Horn and the big fella back at the tail of the field. Joel Thomas, making all poster winner, still holding on the race lead. Tony Gaunt up into second. Chris Pendry holding on the third from Chris Warrior. There's Jessica Raymond. Pace is a cracker up front. Joel Thomas, the race leader. He's got them stacked up behind him with Tony Gaunt there also. And it looks like the big fella, he hasn't finished the race again. He's undefeated still. But anyway, up the front we go. 1 lap to go, I feel. It is to the race leader, Joel Thomas. And we go back there with Tony Gaunt. Also Chris Pendry, Chris Warry and Jessica Raymond. Forest, 1 lap to go. Still there, Joel Thomas holding on to the race lead. Chris Pendry makes a move on Tony Gawn. Gawn holds on, still holds on the second spot. As the checkered flag drops. That's how they finish, race fans. Great drive there, Jolie Thomas taking the race win. I think it was Tony Gawn held on for second. Hard charging Chris Pendry for third. Chris Worry. Also there, Jessica Raymond. But the big fella, he hasn't blooded his copybook. He never finished to another race, so he's still undefeated. And I'm sure you'll see him over in the transporter, getting a rub down this time.
First time here ever in car number 29 for our lady racer, Jessica Raymond. On the outside of her, Chris Worry in the all-black machine. That's obviously the Warriors that we can hear in the bar, making some noise, getting vocal. Back to Tony Gawn, TJ Horn, and Brady Roberts are the field. Statewide class, this one, the Super Streets. We have their title April 1 and 2 next year. That's if we get more than 8 cars to a club show. Just between you and me. Righto, green light, we're away. Oh, and Pendry got smoked from the outside. He's dropped back to third. Joel Thomas will lead him away in car 4. Jessica Raymond right there in 29. Pendry not letting these two get away. All 6-cylinder machines screaming around the Rocky Road Clayway. So it's Thomas, Raymond and Pendry. Tony Gawn, Brady Roberts. Chris Pendry and TJ Horn round out the field. Pendry the first one to look up high. Single file style seems to be the trend so far after the track raid. This one, folks, event 26 in your program. 15 laps the distance. So let's talk about tyre choice for a minute. These guys have 3 different compounds to choose from. Basically what that means, if your car's fast now, it may turn to rubbish by the end of this one. So who has the tyre life to go 15 laps? Raymond now down the inside. Couldn't quite get there on Thomas. Gaunt seems to be the first one venturing a little bit higher on the racetrack. Got the smaller tyre on the inside rear. Bit of extra stagger for car 3. But it's all Thomas out in front from Sunshine Coast. Thomas, Raymond and Pendry. Pendry having a look down the inside of Raymond. Let's hope to God they do something soon. Oh, Gordy now to the outside. Car 3 of Tony Gawn, our only local hope, heads to the top. He's not there yet, but he's getting this racetrack ready to go around the outside. Hanging tough out there in 4th is Gorney, the only one with the balls to get up the top. So we will keep an eye on him. We'll risk equal reward here. He comes back to the bottom side, chickens out. But in the meantime, it's all Joel Thomas in 4. Couple of car lengths to Jessica Raymond in 29. Chris Pendry in 28 from Gladstone, still there in 3rd. Well, it's certainly a smooth racetrack, but it's not developing into anything interesting for us. All single file style here for the fenders. See how boring it was? I called them fenders. Whooper days. Super Streets. Oh, you get that. Pendry now down the inside. Will we see our first passing manoeuvre for the feature? You can rest assured Jessica Raymond will not let him get away with that. Elbows are out now for Pendry. Wow, super close right there. Whoa, there goes the right rear on Raymond. Wow, the right rear is dislodged from 29 of Jessica Raymond. We were certainly hoping for something interesting to happen, but that wasn't what I had in mind. Bit of passing would have been cool. And now we're allowed to have 6-cylinder vehicles, so it's not only little 4-bangers. So if you can imagine getting some nice late model stuff, we're going to get some serious height when Rock and Ramp Racing returns December 18th. It'll also be the first time we see the juniors compete here at the racetrack this season. It will be the ASCF Juniors Beef Capital Cup for all the juniors, and heaps of interest so far. In case you're wondering about the juniors, all those little hatchbacks, heaps of Daihatsu charades in that one. Certainly excited for that one. It'll also be the Super Stocker 2020. So keep an eye on the internet if you want to know a little bit more about what's going on December 18. Okay, tow truck has pulled the 29 car to the cool down area. Restart time. Amber lights are out. We're going to go racing. Joel Thomas will lead. Green light, we're away. Thomas it is, gets a great jump in car 4. Then it's Chris Pendry, Tony Gaunt, Brady Roberts and TJ Horn. Beautiful looking car, this one at the rear of the field, car 89 of Horn. First time ever he's competed here at Rocky. Pendry now down the inside. He will drag race style over the infield a little bit with Joel Thomas door handle to door handle. Oh, Thomas turns down. The elbows are out for the boys. Great racing this one out in front. Joel Thomas hangs in there in car 4. Big drive for him to get here tonight from Sunny Coast. White flag, one more. Pendry with the dive. What's he got? 2 corners to negotiate for Pendry over Thomas. Oh, right up the inside. Here we go to the checkered. Pendry and Thomas. Oh, my goodness. It's a heartbreaker, folks, for Joel Thomas. My goodness. Chris Pendry has got there for the nail-biting win. Oh, you are kidding me. Poor old Jolie Thomas led that one all the way to a couple of metres before the checkered. Jeez. I'm sort of glad my engine let go. I don't know if I could keep up with that sort of stuff. A lot simpler standing out here. Rightio, we'll see if the Warrior clan's still awake over here at the bar. One of their boys from Gladstone, Chris Pendry, picking up the win. Joel Thomas with the congratulations to Pendry. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, put your hands together for the boys. Chris Pendry will get the win. Joel Thomas with a great second. But he was certainly right there. Both of them deserved the win. Well, I had a chat to Joel earlier, and he had a misfire problem with that car earlier tonight. And that's certainly what it sounded like as it came across here. So he had some mechanical problems there towards the end, obviously. Take nothing away from Chris Pendry, though, in 28. Getting the job done. He'll be super excited. This one here, an opening qualifier for the Capricorn Auto Air Super Streets Cool Cash Bonanza. Basically, the deal is there. 3 club shows for these guys this season. And the highest point scorer at the title that's competed in at least 2 of those will take home $500 thanks to Cap Auto Air. Now I'll head over here and see if we can tackle him. Of course, he's in a race car, I'm on my own, so I don't know how we'll go. We'll just give Chris a moment here, folks, to relax himself, catch his breath and get his gear off here. Not his gear off, you know what I'm talking about. I stood in that, didn't I? Rightio, folks, Chris Pendry took that one out. Mate, that was a nail-biter.
Yeah, I sort of bit me time and waited, and a few things unfolded for us, and yeah, it worked out in the end. Last lap, nothing better, leave it to the last minute.
You certainly left it to the last minute. There was a bit there where I was talking during the final there, I hope they do something soon, but you left it to the end, but you did something.
Yeah, finally paid off. Being patient paid off for us. I'd like to thank too while I'm going is high power race engines, DNS trailers for the awesome trailer down the pits. Sort of just got finished, so yeah, thanks everyone.
There we are, folks. Make some noise one more time for Chris Pendring.